What's going on, guys? Today I'm here to talk about Young Thug. He was recently in some headlines after he got into a bit of an altercation, if you want to call it that, interaction with Charleston White. He was at an airport, and I guess, they both happened to be, they were there for something. I can't really remember what it was, but some sort of event. They were both like in the same area. And Charleston White being Charleston White is, leaning into it. He knows his whole situation. He's very, very aware of the restrictions on him. And so he's poking the bear, because why would he not? And I mean, he got all his ducks in a row too, because he would go on to make a video essentially being like, yeah, I'm about to, try and put you back into that situation, because he goes on to list like, you're at an airport, which is, under FAA regulation. You're under strict guidelines of not participating in any of supposed gang activity or whatever it might be. And he goes on to cite like the exact verbiage that he used in their interaction, referring to him and his like guys as we, I guess. And also the implications due to some people nearby that there was weapons present. And that is another violation, that he should not be hanging around people with weapons. And, this is just such a joke of a situation for Young Thug, because, I mean, you're already dealing with the generational fumble you had of your release and then the follow-up album, which nobody cared about. And to be honest, right now, you're in a position where you need to fight back for the public's, I don't want to say approval, but like actually caring about you and your situation. Like, you fumbled the album, like no one cares anymore. And I'm not trying to say that to be mean or to say I don't care or anything like that. But just like the reality of the situation, I mean, you just lost all the goodwill you had with that album cover, with the, Hard R song, like all of that. You threw away whatever goodwill people really had, for you post release. Not to mention that came almost a year after your release. So like you were way too slow to follow up on that. And so now you find yourself in this situation with Charleston White, who is known as a huge troll. I'm sure he's a huge troll. Like I'm pretty sure he's very aware of who Charleston White was. Like, it wasn't a random interaction and some random dude to him. Like, I'm very sure he was aware of exactly who he was talking to. And so when you find yourself in this situation, the best course of action you could have taken was to actually just ignore him. Especially if you're just trying to, stay outside and not go back to jail or anything, like, what are you actually doing? He's a troll. Like, you even acknowledging him should be beneath you in that regard. And you should have the awareness to know, with all those other variables at play, like your album not doing well and just the overall, like, down, like, hill trajectory of the Young Thug stock that has been. I mean, there's been so many things you've been in the news for lately. Not one of them has been positive. Like, seriously, not one single thing. At best, it's like neutral, if like not slightly more negative. Like that gator tank top that dude was wearing. Like, no one was like, oh, damn, that shit's fine. Like, everyone's like, yo, bro looks mad goofy. And that, like, to say, like, not exactly something bad. It was just something he wore. But, like, that's the best kind of headline that you've had in a hot minute. And now you're going to go involve yourself in this situation, put your freedom back in jeopardy after you did all of that work to get out, all of that sitting in jail, and not to mention, like, for what? I mean, the whole Gunna's a snitch. Okay, well, look where that got Gunna, and look where it got you, supposedly sticking to your morals, which you didn't even do. You're on record, like, snitching on people, and, like, I don't even care about that, but, like, if that's the logic you're gonna use, then, like, at least make it make sense a little bit. Like, you're not fully standing by that, and now you're getting yourself into a situation with Charleston White. Like, that should be, relegated to, like, claviculars or, like, dudes like that, like, actual randoms that don't have, like, a real fan base or real product or talent to offer people. Supposedly you do. I mean, I think that you still have the ability to deliver good music. There were a couple good tracks on that last album. Not that that means much. Like, I mean, it's an album. Okay, you got 2 good tracks on there. Like, I would hope so. At least 2 of them are good. But just to go to like, it wasn't like complete garbage. There's like a few things here and there. Granted, I'm not aware of when those may have been recorded as opposed to, when they end up getting released. So maybe you have lost your magic touch. You're like Mike's shoes lost their juice or whatever. Who knows what happened? But all I know is you should have been at least smart enough to know, with all of these other things surrounding you, the last thing you needed was an interaction with Charleston White in this regard. Not one for like the social aspect of it. All right, now you're in a fight with Charleston White. Does that sound like a good headline to be a part of? Like, no. Anyone who's involved in that for the most part just looks extra goofy. Like, let's be 100% honest. And not only that, but what is honestly probably more important is now, I mean, who knows what if they bring you back in or whatever. Like, it sounds like you're in violation of multiple different like parts of your agreement with Atlanta, the judge or whoever. Like, you're around these guys with guns, you're referring to people as like, and I mean, I don't even know how true that is. Charleston White said it was like fact, but like, just sound on paper, I'm like, well, yeah, if they brought you in for this and they find out that that's what was going on, like, that will definitely look bad for you. I don't know if this interaction enough was like grounds for them to do that. I don't know really how that works. But at the end of the day, this has way more eyes on it than you would want. And whether or not they bring you in or out, like, you don't know that either, probably. So, like, why are you putting yourself in this type of position to begin with? It just makes no sense. And I truly wonder where his head's at right now, because he's just making, like, if you literally were like, what's probably the worst thing you could do right now for your overall career and reputation? He's just doing that. So I don't know what has happened to him and why. I mean, maybe it was being locked up for so long. Maybe that actually did break him a little bit, because, like, truly these are just like some easy decisions he could be choosing not to make, and he's going right into it, and it's clearly not helping his situation. Let me know what you guys think about the whole thing. I mean, I didn't really see the video, the original. I kind of just saw you got into a thing with Charleston White, kept scrolling. And then I found out later on that Charleston White was like, oh, bro, I got you. Like, you're going back to jail. So let me know if there's anything I missed about the situation. I feel like that pretty much summed it up. Let me know your thoughts and all that down below. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all later.